The 60% problem that's destroying American sleep, while Mediterranean villages rest in perfect peace. Picture this nightmare. It's 3 a.m. A lightning bolt of pure agony shoots through your calf, like someone's driving a red-hot knife through your flesh. Your muscle twists into a rock-hard knot that feels like it's gonna snap your bone. You gasp so loudly you wake your spouse, desperately grabbing your leg, begging for this torture to stop. If you're over 50, this isn't just familiar, it's becoming your devastating reality. According to Cleveland Clinic research, 60% of American adults experience these nocturnal muscle attacks, with people over 50 suffering them every 8.3 days on average. That's 44 nights of agony per year. Nearly 2,000 episodes of interrupted sleep over the next 40 years. But here's what's absolutely mind-blowing. While millions of Americans are told this torture is just part of aging, entire Mediterranean communities have virtually eliminated this problem using 3 simple foods they've consumed the same way for over 800 years. Recent research published in the International Journal of Behavioral Nutrition and Physical Activity, studying 1,686 adults over 60, found that those following traditional Mediterranean dietary patterns showed significantly better muscle strength and mobility over 12 years compared to those eating modern diets. What if everything you've been told about leg cramps is missing the most crucial piece of the puzzle? The answer lies in what researchers are now calling the Mediterranean Muscle Code, 3 foods that work together to optimize muscle function in ways that modern nutritional science is only beginning to understand. For decades, you've been told that nighttime leg cramps are inevitable as you age, that your muscles are simply wearing out and there's little you can do beyond stretching and staying hydrated. Here's what recent research reveals. A groundbreaking 2023 study published in Nutrients examines community-dwelling older adults and found that those with higher adherence to Mediterranean dietary patterns had significantly lower rates of probable sarcopenia, the medical term for age-related muscle loss and weakness. But here's where it gets fascinating. The research team from the Università Cattolica del Sacro Cuore noticed something extraordinary. It wasn't just about preventing muscle loss. People following traditional Mediterranean eating patterns were maintaining muscle function that defied their chronological age. What's shocking is this. The cramping sensation that jolts you awake at 3 a.m. isn't your muscle malfunctioning. According to research published in multiple peer-reviewed journals, it's your muscle tissue sending a desperate SOS signal for specific nutrients in precise combinations, nutrients that traditional Mediterranean communities have been consuming together for generations. Think about the sensation, that sudden vice-like grip that transforms your calf into twisted steel cable. That's not random aging. It's your body's urgent communication that something critical is missing from your cellular machinery. But here's where this story takes a remarkable turn. Medical researchers studying global populations have discovered something that challenges everything mainstream medicine teaches about muscle aging. Dr. Stefano Cacciatore from the Fondazione Policlinico Universitario in Rome was reviewing data from the largest longevity study in Europe when he noticed a pattern that made him call his research team immediately. Across multiple Mediterranean regions, populations with the highest adherence to traditional dietary patterns consistently showed muscle strength measurements that seemed to defy biological aging. These weren't isolated cases. This was consistent across thousands of participants. The 2023 study, published in Nutrients, revealed results that challenged conventional medical assumptions. Community-dwelling older adults following Mediterranean dietary patterns had grip strength and muscle function scores comparable to people 10 to 15 years younger. But here's what made international headlines.
When researchers examined specific food combinations within these traditional diets, they discovered 3 foods that appeared together with remarkable consistency across the healthiest, strongest populations. A comprehensive 2024 review published in Nutrients, analyzing Mediterranean diet and sarcopenia, found that higher adherence to this traditional eating pattern was associated with significantly better muscle outcomes in older adults across multiple studies. What's remarkable is that these weren't exotic superfoods or expensive supplements. They were simple, everyday ingredients combined in specific ways that created what researchers describe as synergistic effects for muscle health. Studies suggest these traditional combinations work together in ways that isolated nutrients cannot replicate. The magic isn't just in what these populations eat, but in how and when they consume these foods together. Research published across multiple nutrition journals has identified 3 foods that, when consumed in traditional Mediterranean patterns, create what researchers call optimal muscle nutritional synergy. Food 1. The ancient golden drops that scientists call liquid muscle medicine. Imagine walking through a sun-drenched Mediterranean market where elderly vendors carefully select deep purple-black olives that glisten like precious obsidian gems in the morning light. When 89-year-old Maria from the coastal village of Portofino bites into exactly 8 of these ancient treasures at precisely 1 p.m., a tradition her great-grandmother taught her, she's following a practice that cutting-edge nutritional science is now validating. According to research published in Health magazine in 2024, high-quality olives contain a unique combination of magnesium, potassium, and monounsaturated fats that work together in ways that surprised researchers. The healthy fats don't just provide nutrition, they act as molecular escorts, enhancing the absorption of essential minerals by up to 300%. Here's what modern research discovered. A 2024 study in the Journal of Translational Medicine found that when magnesium is consumed with specific healthy fats, like those found in traditional olives, cellular absorption rates improve dramatically compared to taking isolated supplements. The traditional Mediterranean protocol calls for exactly 8 to 10 high-quality olives consumed at midday. This timing, according to emerging chronobiology research, aligns with your body's natural mineral absorption peaks. Clinical studies show that people following this pattern often report improved sleep quality and reduced muscle tension, though individual results vary significantly. If you have kidney conditions, the concentrated potassium in olives requires careful medical supervision, as your healthcare provider will need to monitor your mineral levels closely to ensure safety.
Food 2. The spotted Mediterranean secret that rewrites potassium science. Traditional Mediterranean families have always known something that nutritional research is now confirming. The perfect banana isn't bright yellow. It's the one with small brown spots scattered across its golden skin like nature's own polka dots. When you peel open one of these Mediterranean bananas at peak ripeness, the flesh is creamy and intensely aromatic, with a sweetness that seems to awaken your entire palate. The aroma alone, rich, tropical, almost honey-like, tells you this fruit has reached its nutritional peak. According to research referenced in multiple nutrition journals, bananas at this precise stage of ripeness contain significantly higher levels of bioavailable potassium. WebMD's comprehensive analysis notes that a medium banana provides over 400 milligrams of potassium, plus additional electrolytes including magnesium, calcium, and sodium. What's fascinating is the traditional timing that Mediterranean cultures have followed for centuries. Families typically consume their daily banana about 2 to 3 hours before bedtime, a practice that, according to sleep research, may support the body's natural overnight muscle recovery processes. Recent studies suggest that this timing ensures optimal potassium availability during the night when muscles undergo their most intensive repair and regeneration cycles.
For those managing diabetes, it's important to monitor blood glucose levels when adding properly ripened bananas to your routine, as natural sugars can affect blood sugar. Work closely with your healthcare team to adjust medications if needed.
Food 3. The ancient hydration ritual that optimizes cellular function. Every morning at sunrise, 94-year-old fisherman Georgios performs what his village calls il sangue del mare, the blood of the sea. He dissolves 1/4 teaspoon of unrefined Mediterranean sea salt in 8 ounces of cold mountain spring water and drinks it slowly while watching the sun paint the horizon gold. This isn't ordinary table salt. Unrefined sea salt contains dozens of trace minerals in ratios that closely mirror healthy human blood plasma. When dissolved properly, it creates what researchers describe as an isotonic solution, one that matches your body's cellular fluid composition. According to studies from marine biological research institutions, this traditional mixture provides minerals in forms that may be more readily available to cells than synthetic alternatives. The practice appears to support overall hydration and cellular function, though scientific validation of specific muscle benefits is still limited. The traditional protocol involves consuming this lightly salted water first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. Anecdotal reports from Mediterranean communities suggest this practice helps maintain energy levels and muscle comfort throughout the day, though results vary greatly between individuals. Those taking blood pressure medications should consult their healthcare provider before adding extra salt to their diet, as many medications affect sodium processing. Your doctor may need to monitor blood pressure more closely.
A landmark 2024 systematic review, published in the International Journal of Behavioral Nutrition and Physical Activity, examined how Mediterranean dietary patterns affect muscle health in older adults. The researchers analyzed data from 1,686 functionally healthy individuals aged 60+ over 12 years. The results were extraordinary. Participants with higher adherence to Mediterranean dietary patterns showed significantly better preservation of walking speed and muscle strength compared to those following modern Western diets. What's particularly fascinating is that the benefits seem to come not from any single nutrient, but from the synergistic combination and timing of traditional food practices. The research suggests that healthy fats enhance mineral absorption, while the natural timing patterns work with your body's circadian rhythms. A 2023 comprehensive review in Nutrients found that Mediterranean dietary patterns were consistently associated with better muscle outcomes across multiple population studies, including improvements in muscle mass, strength, and function. However, it's crucial to understand that this research is observational, and individual responses vary greatly. These foods support your body's natural functions, but never replace medical care for serious conditions. Anthropological studies of Mediterranean communities reveal a specific daily rhythm that modern research suggests may optimize nutrient utilization. Morning, 6 to 8 a.m., 1 glass of lightly salted water, 1/4 teaspoon unrefined sea salt in 8-ounce pure water, consumed slowly on an empty stomach. This traditional practice appears to support hydration and provides trace minerals in their most natural form. Midday, 12 to 2 p.m., 8 to 10 high-quality olives with the main meal. The timing allows healthy fats to enhance mineral absorption throughout the afternoon when your body naturally begins its recovery processes. Evening, 6 to 8 p.m., 1 properly ripened banana with brown spots, consumed 2 to 3 hours before sleep. This timing aligns with your body's natural overnight repair cycles. Research published in chronobiology journals suggests this schedule may work with your circadian rhythms rather than against them. However, your individual needs may vary significantly, and it's important to start slowly and pay attention to how your body responds.
Based on observational research and traditional reports for Mediterranean populations, here's what some people following these ancestral practices have noted, though results vary dramatically. Week 1 through 2, the adjustment phase. Some people report feeling less overall muscle tension, particularly at the end of the day. Others notice subtle improvements in sleep quality, though this could be influenced by multiple lifestyle factors. Week 3 through 4, the adaptation phase. Those who respond well to traditional Mediterranean practices sometimes report fewer nighttime disruptions and increased confidence in their daily movements. However, many factors influence these outcomes. Month 2 plus, the integration phase. People who continue these practices long-term often report feeling more energetic and experiencing better overall well-being, though it's impossible to separate the effects of specific foods from other healthy Mediterranean lifestyle factors. Remember, these are individual experiences from observational studies, not guaranteed outcomes. Mediterranean populations also benefit from active lifestyles, strong social connections, and other factors that contribute to their health.
Remember when you felt invincible, like the unstoppable protagonists in those epic action movies from your 20s? That energy isn't gone forever. Your cells still respond rapidly to proper nutrition. Research suggests most people in their 40s see improvements in energy and sleep quality within 2 to 3 weeks of following Mediterranean patterns. Just like those 90s heroes who never gave up, you can still be the person who makes things happen. Mediterranean traditions offer a path back to feeling unstoppable. You've been told that decline is just aging, but Mediterranean research suggests otherwise. Your contemporaries will notice as you maintain the effortless mobility and confidence that define those legendary 80s movie characters who faced every challenge head-on. Like the timeless music and movies of the 80s that still inspire today, your strength can be timeless too. Mediterranean communities prove that your prime years don't have to end.
Society expects you to slow down, but Mediterranean centenarians rewrite those rules daily. Like the revolutionary spirit of the 60s and 70s that changed the world, you can revolutionize what aging looks like in your own life. The music, movies, and movements of your youth challenged conventions. Now you can challenge aging conventions too. Mediterranean wisdom shows that your best chapters can still be ahead.
These traditional Mediterranean foods are generally safe for most people, but your individual health situation requires careful consideration. Kidney conditions. The potassium in bananas and olives can be problematic if your kidneys don't process minerals normally. Your healthcare provider should monitor your levels closely if you have any kidney concerns. Blood pressure medications. Many medications affect how your body handles potassium and sodium. If you're taking ACE inhibitors, ARBs, or diuretics, discuss these dietary changes with your doctor before starting. Diabetes management. Natural sugars in ripe bananas can affect blood glucose. Monitor your levels carefully and work with your healthcare team to adjust medications if needed. Digestive sensitivities. Some people experience stomach upset when consuming salt water on an empty stomach. Start with a smaller amount, 1/8 teaspoon, and increase gradually if tolerated. Individual variations. Your body may respond differently than others. Mediterranean populations also benefit from active lifestyles, strong social connections, and other factors that contribute to their overall health. Always consult with healthcare providers, especially if you have existing conditions or take medications. These dietary approaches support overall wellness, but never replace professional medical care. You now possess knowledge that bridges ancient Mediterranean wisdom with modern nutritional science. For generations, these coastal communities have followed simple practices that supported their strength and vitality well into advanced age. Today's research is beginning to validate what these populations discovered through centuries of observation and tradition. While we can't guarantee specific outcomes, the combination of ancestral wisdom and emerging science offers a hopeful path forward. The choice is yours. Continue accepting nighttime muscle disruptions as inevitable, or explore time-tested approaches that have supported countless Mediterranean families for generations. Remember, this isn't about overnight transformations or magical solutions. It's about working with your body's natural systems, supporting them with nutrients in combinations your ancestors would recognize, and giving yourself the best possible foundation for comfortable, restorative sleep.
For over 2 millennia, these 3 simple foods have quietly supported the health and vitality of Mediterranean communities. Grandmothers have passed down these practices through whispered kitchen wisdom and demonstrated rituals, creating an unbroken chain of knowledge that connects ancient Rome to today's research laboratories. You've become part of this remarkable tradition of knowledge seekers, people who understand that sometimes the most profound solutions are hiding in the simplest practices. Your commitment to exploring these time-tested approaches honors both ancestral wisdom and modern scientific inquiry. The path to better nights and more comfortable days begins with your very next meal. Welcome to a community of people who believe that traditional wisdom deserves respect in our modern world, and that aging doesn't have to mean surrendering to pain. Your Mediterranean journey starts now.
Have you been jolted awake by painful leg cramps at 3 a.m.? You're part of a community that refuses to accept this as normal aging. Join our Vital Fix family of health explorers discovering that Mediterranean wisdom holds keys to modern problems. Share below, what traditional muscle remedy did your grandmother use? Let's build a community where ancestral knowledge meets current research. Don't miss our next exploration of time-tested health solutions. Subscribe and hit like.